Got my boy here. Wakes me up so early. And I don't have work. So, see how this goes. Every poison, that's better. Hey, buddy. Ba ba ba. Yeah, this is really not that good. Deal damage equal to die of 3 rolled dice to all enemies. If I rolled 6s on all 3, that's just like 18. Yeah, I get rid of that. That's not great. Ba-da-ba. Bruh. You can't cross really here.
You survey the area for some way to cross over and spot an iron bridge collapsed into the burning tinder water. Someone in a time long past built a bridge here, though it has since collapsed from the heat. Suddenly, an idea strikes you. Maybe I can use the steel primal's power to manipulate metal and make it so we can cross. You decide to summon forth the primal's power and repair the fallen bridge. Unfortunately, the pieces left to you are so mangled that no one would rightly identify them as parts of a bridge. You've joined these two bridge parts rather skillfully, if you do say so yourself. Polka, however, looks concerned. I think there might be a better way of placing that. If we could just redo it, he mutters to himself.
To wish to place one bridge part, know that you must first move the bridge part you already play. Part at the front of the bridge. Move the cursor one space in front of the part. Hey, buddy.
With the steel primal's help, you safely cross the Lake of Fire. The bridge you've built remains firmly in place. It actually looks quite sturdy.
Yeah, I'm so
you should be able to use it to cross as many times as you want.
That's like the only options they have. What's Daddy's? That's not yours.
As if crossing over a lake of fire weren't enough, your path is once again blocked by flames. You quickly survey your surroundings and see more parts you might be able to fashion into a bridge. You call upon the steel primal once more and prepare to improvise another bridge. You've made it once again.
Oh,
But
buddy.
before you can celebrate,
Woo.
you're greeted by an expanse of tinder water. You summon the steel primal a third time and hope this is the last bridge you will build. But the pieces the primal hauls out of the tinder water don't look like they'll fit together. You look back at the bridges that brought you here. Alas, you've built them too well. They won't come loose from the rocks, so you'll have to make do. Trollus, seeing the worry on your face, chirps encouragingly. Search. We will find. Must be way.
Oh, she's so encouraging. Aga! I mean, I have to choose this. Which part did we do? I'm gonna look around a little bit first. Ooh. 5, 6. Ooh. I already have. Yeah. Okay, so she already has plus attack. Well, let's give her protection of fire, I think. He's got. I think he has it already, so let's give her the poison stone. Oh, no. Oh, buddy! My son is literally crawling back and forth across my lap. Literally. Alright, young man. Okay, homie. What? Homie. Alright, amigo. Well, what happened? You didn't want to go down the couch? Okay, come here. You want to come back up? You need to stop being so crazy. Rub in your mouth. There you go. Yeah. He's fast enough. Might be better. More life and it recovers life. Yeah. Maybe that is better. Keep an eye on this guy. He likes to climb over everything. Yep, there he goes. Hey, we're not doing that.
Inside is impossibly a bridge part. You should be able to use this to get further across the tinder water. Trollis gazes intently at you. She's noted your mastery of the Steel Primal's power. She explains that ever since she was picked up by the circus at a young age, however, as she puts it, she has not managed to improve in the slightest.
I wished and wished didn't come true, understanding each other very
She
hard.
asks you to give her some pointers on how to get monsters
milk?
to obey. And you reply,
There's not really any trick to it. Give me an order, I just do it. It's concerning. Oh,
a
it's
massive monster wreathed
fire
in
primal.
flames rises from the
Ooh,
lake.
Thanks, buddy.
It's shrouded in such heat and fury that you can scarcely turn your eyes to it.
Oh, okay. Oops.
This is, in all likelihood, the Flame Primal. Your party readies their weapons and prepares for a fight.
Oh, you got it. You got the controller. That's what you wanted. Is this what you wanted? Ah!
Slay this beast for the
Take one
children.
poison. Oh, that's right. He's got a poison ore. I remember. Might be immune to poison, but let's see. Ooh, gross. I'm not a fan of that. It's probably strong as that. Ooh.
You can't tell if it has something to do with the primal, but poison is slowly coursing through you. You must end this battle quickly.
Yeah, no joke. That's what we're gonna do. No. No. Whoops! Hey, buddy. Did I? Oh no. Okay. Dang! What the? Oh, buddy! Look at you! You almost got my monster. You're so crafty. I should kill him. This guy.
You've managed to gain the advantage on your foe, but suddenly, you feel as if suffocated and fall upon one knee. your poisoned body is screaming, raging in protest. The flame primal clearly isn't going to let this chance pass it up, and it begins amassing power.
No good, I watch out. Dodge.
Barely thinking, you go left, attempting to dodge the
Oh no, I
primal's
chose the
attack.
wrong.
But your foot catches on something, and you trip and fall to the ground. You shut your eyes, believing this might be the end of you.
Oh no.
But the pain you brace yourself for doesn't come. You wonder what's happened, and open your eyes to see.
Oh no.
Trollis, you scream. She turns to you and gives a pained smile.
I protect
The
everyone.
acrid smell of burning meat assaults your nostrils, and Trollis cries out in anguish. Still, she desperately musters her strength and pushes back the flame primal. Trollis has given you and your friends a chance. You stand, and together you and your comrades attack the primal with all your strength.
Unbelievable, these wretches dare steal my power. Ooh, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh, you did
Done it. You've beaten the flame primal and sealed it within a card.
Hey, got all of that out there.
The flames upon the lake begin to recede and then blink out entirely. Perhaps because you've beaten the flame primal? You see Trollis crouching on the ground and run over to her. Are you all right? You ask. She totters to her feet.
Having rather shrewdly managed to gather some of the flame primal's bodily fluids during the fight, Holga immediately sets about inspecting it to determine its composition.
What could
To
this
the great
mean?
surprise of all, he does not detect any trace of poison in the fluid. Could something else be the cause?
No, 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 no. Oh boy. Blah, 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 blah. I cannot use bellwethers now. What, girl? I'm gonna look around first. Let's also go all the way back here. See what else is going on.
To battle.
To battle. Yeah, I think this flame primal will be better than the steel primal. Don't need you equipped anymore. Add 6 attack and deal fire damage to all enemies. Oh, that is. Add 6 to it. That's so much better. Okay. Let's give you this guy, I guess. You used him so well before.
masterful victory!
Oh, another one. I got two of these. Huh.
To battle.
Hey! She has so much HP. Okay, still good. Alright, so I went everywhere. Let's go.
Polka collects some of the lake water in a bottle. He then busies himself dipping various papers and medicinal compounds into the bottle. At length, he makes a curious face.
The source is the Tinder water.
According to Polka, burning the water releases toxins that accumulate and can cause fatal harm to the human body. Your party decides to head back to the City of Flame and inform the aristocrat of your findings.
Oh, so you can just jump, I'm sure. That's fine. Cleared this place out. Well, what's here? Nothing. Okay. This is all just like, obviously, nothing.
With the flames of the lake extinguished, those of the pond in the center of the city have also gone out. The people seem frantic to reignite the tinder water once more.
Oh no.
Polka's medicine succeeds in stabilizing the child's condition. However, he is quick to indicate that it is but a stopgap measure. Polka advises that, should they wish to prolong the life of the child and of all those in the city, they must stop using the tinder water. The aristocrat shakes his head and says, "That we cannot do."
What's this you?
You calmly ask, why? He explains that the tinder water is the basis of all life here in the city. The city would fall into decline if they were to stop using it.
Can you get in the
and
box?
most of the citizens would be set adrift with no means of supporting themselves. I am in charge of this city, and I cannot stop our use of tinder water, even if it costs the life of my child. Trollis scratches her chin, clearly racking her brain. She replies at last, "No, no." Polka's voice is quiet. I cannot claim to understand how those who rule over others make their choices. You ask the man if there is some way to resolve this impasse. He grimaces and makes a self-deprecating snort. Maybe if New Terra existed, then all would be solved.
Oh, what's New Terra?
You ask if New Terra is some kind of place, and Polka nods. Polka explains, New Terra is said to be a mysterious land abundant with all manner of resources. The aristocrat picks up the thread. Scholars claim it exists beyond the river to the northwest, but none who go there ever return. With that, the man gives you a large amount of food and sends you away from the manor. You hand the food out to the orphans. How did you get this? The boy asks. You explain that you received it as a reward from the aristocrat. Hearing this, the boy blurts out, I'm going to use the burning water to get rich too. The boy mentioned that his parents died due to illness. Likely they were stricken with the toxins from the tinder water, just like the aristocrat's child. You try to express support for the boy's dream while conveying to him that the tinder water isn't good for him.
You can't worry about your health tomorrow if you starve to death today.
The boy thanks you for the food and runs off with his sister. Polka has a difficult-to-read expression on his face. Let's at least hand out the medicine, he suggests. You nod without uttering a word. The fire in my heart has gone out with all the rest, the man mutters before sinking to the ground, his arms hanging limp. You offer some medicine to the man, but he keeps repeating, no, I'm good, as though in a delirium.
Now come back, Flame.
The passionate woman is screaming herself hoarse, coughing and sputtering as she points in shock at the pond where the fire has gone out. The woman accepts the medicine from you. With a pained wink, she says, not that this medicine could cure love sickness. With a trembling hand, the knowledgeable old woman strikes a knife against stone, muttering, this'll get it burning. I'm sure it will. You offer some medicine to the old woman, but she puts up a hand and refuses it. I'm afraid I don't make a habit of taking medicines I've never seen before. The lad is all smiles and mirth, claiming that if he were to invent a tool to start fires, he could make a killing. Despite his sunny attitude, though, he looks quite unnerved. You give some medicine to the ambitious young man, and he is jubilant. Yes, I can work even more now. I'm gonna get rich and buy my sister all the yummy food she can eat, the boy tells you. You offer medicine to the children, but their faces drop. This won't fill our tummies, they say with considerable disappointment. It doesn't look like the people of the city are going to stop using tinder water anytime soon. The medicine you shared with them may provide little more than a brief peace of mind. I can't believe they won't give it up. You know it's poisonous, you say in a low, pained voice. Legol gives you a sympathetic thump on the shoulder. You look up at him and ask, do you think everyone could be happy if we went to New Terra? His denial is immediate and assured. New Terra is a fairy tale. You answer him in a small voice.
I want to look for it anyway. We might find something.
Polka
there.
looks positively delighted. Why, yes. Now that calls to my scholarly soul. Trollis seems equally on board. I go too, she says, smiling. In the face of your united enthusiasm for the idea, Legol grunts. Fine, if you insist. You and your friends have made up your minds. You shall seek New Terra and whatever hope it offers, believing it exists just like the stars in the sky. The city has done nothing about the poison, and likely never will. Now that you've left, it would be safest if you never returned.
You can only return to the city. Their travels take them to a city built around a burning lake. The children are hungry and aristocrats who like to serve poison to their food. To save the city, our heroes must defeat a mighty foe. The flame fire. Poison halberd. The source is nothing less than the flaming water on which the city relies. Still, the people carry on using it, knowing full well it is what ails them. Heavy hearts may set out in search of New Terra. Guiding light.
Your group surveys the land beyond the river that the aristocrats spoke of. He claimed that none who go there ever return, yet you've little choice but to brave what lies beyond.
Crossroads are in the northwest of the city of... how?
A great river of tinder water stretches out before you. While the liquid no longer burns, it would still be dangerous to attempt swimming. You start to hesitate, thinking that there is no crossing, when Polka shouts, "Da-na-na-na!" He is carrying an iron board, apparently having brought it back from the Lake of Fire. Just as before, you and your allies decide to build a bridge across the river. Your group crosses the river, and as you celebrate, you take notice of the tough, rock-studded expanse of land stretching before you. Your sand skiff was made for moving over the sands, so it'll be difficult to go any farther aboard it. You propose remodeling the sand skiff, and Polka is first to agree. Legol's face is uneasy as he mutters, "Don't do anything weird to it." Polka explains that 3 materials will be needed to convert the sand skiff. After some quick preparations, you decide to split up to locate what you need.
Who sets up
Sometimes a different perspective can be illuminating.
Everyone has left the party but Travis.
Polka asks Trollis to find some durable cord. Despite feeling a little sluggish, Trollis takes off to the south, eager to help the group.
Find some durable cord on the south side of the wasteland.
Trollis wanders the area, searching for some durable cord or rope, but turns up nothing.
They're gonna cut this and make breakfast.
Trollis looks around, trying to find a plant that she could braid into rope. The region is so arid, though, that it proves a futile effort. Trollis rummages through her possessions, looking for some durable cord. Inside, she finds a whip from her apprenticeship. She must have brought it along by mistake. It once belonged to the ringmaster of the circus. Looking over the whip brings back memories.
The ringmaster was... Mr. Smell of like animals, good person.
Trollis spends some time reminiscing as she gazes at the whip, but then realizes, not cord, she says, tossing it away.
Hey, wait. Whip strong could be cord.
Realizing that a whip could work in place of a cord, Trollis decides to return to the sand skiff.
He's left the party about a little
Polka
bit.
asks Legol to find something that could be used as wheels. Legol is skeptical that something like that will just be lying around, but he sets off to look nonetheless.
Research.
Legol recalls that there was a cart in the mine near Steelborough. Though hesitant to return to such a dangerous place, he can't make excuses when he thinks of how hard a certain sub-Terran must be searching. He decides to take the sand skiff alone back to the mine. There is indeed a cart in the mine, as Legol recalled, and, as one would imagine, it has wheels. Legol attempts to remove the wheels from the minecart. But suddenly, a monster emerges from behind it. Nothing less. With the monster defeated, Legol collects the minecart wheels. The slain monster's eyes are wide open.
Now what?
Legol gently closes the monster's eyes.
Sorry.
Having done what he set out to do, Legol decides to head back to the sand skiff. Polka asks you to locate a long, sturdy pole. Trawlus dashes off to the south, so you decide to head north so that you all can cover more ground. Perhaps because you're by yourself for the first time in a long while, the solitary search makes you feel a bit lonesome. Your thoughts drift inexorably to your comrades. Your thoughts turn to Trawlus. Her awkward way of speaking somehow only accentuates her sweetness. On top of that, she cares deeply about her companions and has tenacity to spare. And back when you faced the Flame Primal, she pushed herself so hard to save you from certain death. You can't help but be a little concerned about her. Your thoughts turn to Legol. Legol can be somewhat brusque, but deep down he's a supportive person. He seems to care for Polka and Trawlus too. From time to time, though, you spot a lonely, sad look on his face, perhaps due to his difficult past being treated like human livestock. Your thoughts turn to Polka. Polka's breadth of knowledge has been an incredible boon, and also a headache, since said knowledge is the source of his unceasing chatter. While he's typically an affable fellow, you do sometimes spot an unexpected iciness in his expression. Perhaps it comes from his hatred of monsters. Your crew of friends has grown little by little, but with them at your side, you no longer feel as lonely as you once did. While you were lost in thought, a monster has found you. You decide to summon up all your courage and fight. The monster brandishes a weapon whose handle is a long, sturdy-looking pole, the exact kind Polka needs. Your battle with the monster has landed you a long, sturdy pole that Polka should be happy with. Having done what you set out to do, you decide to head back to the sand skiff.
Oh!
With what Polka requested in hand, you beat feet to meet back up with the others. The group meets back up, having gathered all three of the things needed to modify the sand skiff. You've brought the sturdy pole, Legol has the wheels, and Trawlus has the whip. Are you sure I can use your whip? Polka asks, and Trawlus gives a little nod.
Actually, brought lots of Ringmaster's
Trawlus
whips.
turns her bag upside down, and, as advertised, a number of whips tumble to the ground. Doesn't your ringmaster need these? Legol gets a distant look on his face, a bit of pep in his step.
Yeah.
Polka starts zipping around the sand skiff, making modifications.
A few hours later.
The modifications to the sand skiff are finished. The vehicle should be able to pass through the rocky wasteland without issue now. The group is thrilled, but suddenly, Trawlus collapses. Polka hurries over to examine her. Somehow, she's suffering the effects of tinderwater poison.
This says she's in one of paid.
You hold Trawlus close. but can do little else. This does turn your thoughts back to the events at the Lake of Fire. The battle with the Flame Primal flashes through your mind.
Oh, hey, buddy.
During the struggle, Trollis threw herself in harm's way to protect you from the Primal's attack. The poison must have entered her body through the wound she sustained in the process. Despite downing some of Polka's medicine, Trollis remains languid. It seems that the effect isn't very strong.
Ba ba ba.
She needs a sanitary place to rest, Polka says, and the group decides to try to find one.
Oh there.
A man, breathless and plump, suddenly jumps out in front of your group as you search for a place where Trollis can rest.
But can help you feel like a
Recognition dawns in you, and you're sure this is the ringmaster of the circus. At least, until he flatly denies it, saying you've confused him with someone else.
He's stuck, my boy.
Trollis rises unsteadily from the deck of the sandskiff, tilts her head to the side, and says, "You not ringmaster?" The man looks at Trollis for a moment, then breaks into a delighted smile. "Oh, you're one of my..." As he explains it, this man
You're one of
is
my
the
best
younger
friends.
brother of the circus ringmaster. He works as a merchant who travels the world buying and selling all manner of rare articles. And to that end, he wastes not a moment in trying to strike up some business. Perhaps a gander at my wares, then.
You decide to...
You briefly explain Trollis's condition and ask the man if he knows of a good place to rest. Why didn't you say so sooner? I've got some good info on that front, he replies with a wink. The merchant shares that he has heard of a village to the west, wherein resides a brilliant apothecary. He's said to be a rather crabby fellow, but with any luck, you can get some medicine from him. And on top of that, find a place to rest. 2 birds with 1 stone.
What should we do for breakfast, boy?
You say a few words of thanks and quickly head off to the west in search of the village. The man calls after you. I'll be here with my compatriots for a while, so do pop by later.
Alright, let's turn this off. This thing figured. Yeah, let's head to the farming market.
The merchant glances over at you with a troubled look on his face.
Yeah.
You ask him if something is the matter.
Yeah.
reasons I can't explain, I need a wolf. Could you catch one for me? He pleads. He then procures a picture and shows it to you.
Sure.
It looks like this. I'd like one with a beautiful shiny coat, he elaborates.
Got
It
the one I
should
have right
be
now.
2 stars at the very least. Stars, you ask? To which he explains that each monster has a star-based ranking. The stronger the monster, the more stars it has. Of course, I shall see that you are handsomely rewarded for your effort, he tells you. You decide to accept his request, then take out a wolf card from your case. A delighted smile stretches across his face, and he asks if he can have some of its fur. Once you hand a tuft over, he quickly entwines it with his own hair. "Behold," he exclaims with a grin. "I'm even more dashing than before, no? I need to make a good impression on all of our patrons. After all, I'm the first person they see, and how I look influences the credibility of this entire business," he explains. After he's finished arranging the wolf fur on his head, he thanks you and hands you your reward.
Nah.
The merchant, recognizing your monster-catching prowess, wants
Right
you
back.
to bring him an orc child next. Just like the wolf, he asks for one that's 2 stars or above.
Alright, someone brought us cookies. Fun!
Orc children are said to live in the desert, but dislike the sun's powerful rays and tend to hide away in dark places. Make note of the information and bid the man farewell.
Do I not have a 2-star one? Huh. Oh, I guess I don't. Oh.
You head to the inn, and the innkeeper says, "Journey's road is long, but our steps upon it become lighter with companionship. Don't worry about paying tonight. Instead, go spend lots of money at the other shops," she concludes with a wink.
Image for all survivor grader. Alright, let's go find this orc child in the mines. Wait. No, it's because I have to go here. Here we go. Ugh, gross.
Too bad.
Yeah, you tripped, huh? Yeah. Oh, you tripped again, huh? Come here. Come here, I got you.
That's how it's done. Battle time.
Here you go, Fussopotamus. God. you want to come up here? What do you want to do? Okay, you want to go walk around? Okay, Sal.
To battle.
Oh man. Mia. Mia.
To battle. That's how it's done.
Grinding for some piece of crap that I don't even want. Oh, sad.
Battle time.
Battle time.
Hey! Yeah, I think because the schools were closed, they didn't. Is it muddy? Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to keep raining throughout the day, right? Oh, really? You didn't have any problems with power or anything, did you? That's good.
Battle time.
They lost power? Oh. So. It flickered here a little bit, but... Yeah, that's smart. I have no idea. She'll be back. She just went to get some stuff at the pharmacy. I decided with her. So I was gonna put him down, or you can put him down a little bit, and then I was gonna go do chores.
Battle time.
Salad. Oh, I think the salad stuff is like that salad stuff. Yeah. That would be my assumption. I kind of cleaned up a little bit, but some of it's mixed. I think all the new stuff should be out. I was cleaning up a little bit yesterday. Oh, right. Oh, you're like done, huh?
Get up.
Oh. Let's see if I can get lucky. Maybe? Ugh. I didn't even come out.
Two back.
What you looking for? Oh, there's a card. He was playing with one somewhere. It might be in the kitchen. On the floor or something. Are you asleep? Goodness gracious. Alright, let's go put you down. We're still grinded.
To battle. To battle. To battle.
Battle time. Battle time. A master. A masterful vic-
Alright. I've been not playing this for a couple days, I had other stuff to do, but I was so excited to play until I remembered I'm grinding out this stupid goblin child. And that became sad.
Battle time.
Oh god.
I'm about to call it on this little. There's like Star Ocean coming out, Valkyrie profile. I have time to be grinding out this thing for like a pittance or whatever. I'm sure there's some ultimate weapon I get from doing this, but I can only do this for so long. My brain hurts.
To battle.
This rare monster called Goblin Child that I've rarely seen in this game. I think I'm gonna meander out of this maze, and if I find one, I find one. If I don't, Oh wow. Hey, love you. Hey! It's a tiny blanket. Why don't you bring your bunny blanket in? No, your bunny blanket. I haven't checked to see if the lights are still on in her room. I should probably have done that. There, I'll run up real quick. Oh, I know, I don't understand that too. Falls asleep with the light on, it's crazy. He was super funny today. Like I'm walking out and he's like, It's like, alright, I guess I'm putting you to sleep. He's definitely been attached to me this last couple of weeks. Alright, it's gonna be the last chance. No, there's like... This isn't the last chance, there's like a little bit extra stuff. What are you gonna watch? Yeah, Lord of the Rings you mentioned the other day. I'm pretty sure I'm caught up on that.
Too bad.
Hey, what's all this? Hey. I'm glad he's topless. That makes me happy. It's a man after my own heart. Not even offered. I'll come over here real quick. All the advertisements they have. Who's that? Chris Pine? Oh, you mean Star-Lord, right? Yeah, Star-Lord. Terminus, yeah. People are telling me that was good. Like Biggie and Ian. Like, oh, that's really good. And I was like, Chris, whatever, Pratt. It's like, I think it's a TV show? I don't know.
Battle time.
After seeing him in that terrible science fiction movie we saw, I was like, I'm good. They talk about all the different ranks of the door step. Oh. That's like way later than, huh? Oh, this is like way before all of this stuff. Interesting. Have you met Sauron then, or whatever? Does he know what he's Gandalf yet? He's still very alien. Hobbits are so bizarre. Oh, cool. No. It's cold. I didn't know it's like 73 or whatever. Put it at 62? That's crazy. Why don't we just open a window? I was like, I think I'm like too cold. Like 55 degrees at night.
Too bad.
Alright, we're done. Alright, I give up. Ooh, scary. What's going on there?
That's how he came in.
Oh, he's the star, right? I heard tales about something like that for some like the nerds. They knew who liked Lord of the Rings a lot. Who's the elves? I don't think he's an elf. Who's that fun guy? The orc guy or the orcs or whatever? What is he doing?
He's just very obsessed.
Is it giving him blood or something? Yeah. Ooh,
This
Ben.
place feels eerily familiar. You open your pack and fish out a scrap of paper. You knew it. This is where the
Oh,
map says
random.
there's hidden treasure.
Nice.
You feel around on the ground for a moment and soon discover an unnatural swell in the dirt. You claw at the earth with reckless abandon.
Said the engineer girl.
Success. Buried treasure. Ecstatic, you fling open the lid and stash its contents in your bag.
Thanks for helping with the tree.
Our enemy vows to attack. Exchange for mercy. We have been ordered to abandon this tower and swear fealty to their commander. I know I'm not the king you have awaited, but if you choose to stand with me and fight, this tower will no longer be a reminder of our frailty, but a symbol of our strength. Who will stand with me?
You locate a small village. This is probably the place the merchant mentioned where the apothecary lives. However, monsters suddenly appear, and they're headed straight for the town. You can't let them attack the town, for Trollus's sake too.
You will
Take
die!
off Stop the monsters.
What a negative Nancy.
Battle time.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Still not enough. Boo. Alright, let's do it again. Hey, it's that thing I do.
Unbeknownst to any, you manage to avert the danger. Now Trollis needs help. Hurry into the village. You and Legol enter the village, leaving Polka caring for Trollis on the sand skiff. No sooner do you enter the village than a man's voice calls out to you. This here's the Village of Light. Make yourself at home and rest your wearied spirits. The villager wears a curious headpiece, but seems polite and courteous. You get directly to the point and ask him if he knows about the apothecary. Ah, that would be me, he says, before offering to mix up some medicine if you're in a hurry.
What do you do?
You explain Trollis's symptoms, and the man calling himself an apothecary smiles and says he can help right away. Afraid of the answer, you ask what it will cost. The man calling himself the apothecary laughs and assures you he has no need of payment. The apothecary hardly seems crabby at all, so you check again with him that he really is the one you're looking for. He answers that coming to this village changed him, made him realize that people need to live by helping each other. The apothecary suggests you take a wander about town while he mixes up the medicine. He adds, the folks about town are kind souls one and all, so feel free to ask them if you need anything. Legol says that he'll get Trollis and returns to the sand skiff. You decide to walk around the village and find what you'll need to care for your friend. A giant statue towers above you, stern eyes seeming to glare a warning to trespassers. The boy looks at you and says, "This would look nice on you, miss," and hands you a crown made of gorgeous artificial flowers. You try to pay for it, but the boy counters with a smile. "I gave it to you because I wanted to." That is nice.
I'm certain your fetish just doesn't know it wants to make nothing.
After hearing your tale, the proprietor of the inn beams at you and says, "Don't worry your head over payment. Stop in and make use of one of our rooms as much as you like." You offer a word of thanks and feel a weight lift off your chest. Now Trollis will be able to rest somewhere comfortable. After hearing your tale, the woman hands you her food. Make sure you all eat up and get all your nutrients. And if there isn't enough, you just let me know and I'll make more. Ha ha. She finishes with a hearty laugh.
I have just convinced Newman to send 5 ships and 500 men to aid your people.
The old man says, "No person is an island. That's why we need to join hands and help one another." The apothecary comes running your way. The medicine is finished. You take it from him and then try to head back to Trollis, but there seems to be quite some commotion at the entrance of town. Wondering what could have happened, you hurry over.
Rockford Castle must be blasted! Don't get any easier in the dark. Keep moving.
You're worried about Trollus. Hurry and check on the source of the fuss. A crowd of villagers has thronged the entrance to town. On the opposite side are Legol, Trollus, and Polka. Their earlier kindness seemingly an implausible memory, the group shouts, "Get out, now." You realize that the villagers are staring daggers at Trollus. They seem somehow furious at her. Even the apothecary, who only just handed you medicine for her, has an expression of utter rage on his face. You attempt to intervene and protect Trollus, but the villagers continue to bellow their anger. Suddenly, you hear a serene voice call out over the crowd.
Enough.
At the sound of it, the people fall incredibly quiet. A mysterious girl, young in years, emerges from within the awkwardly silent crowd. "I beg your forgiveness for the way you have been treated by the villagers," she says. "If you require a place for your sick friend to rest, please come to the Shrine of Light," she finishes, before leading the way. As soon as you arrive at the shrine in which the girl lives, you put Trollus in a bed to rest. You're relieved that you've managed things for the time being. When you speak with the girl, she says, "I've been waiting for you all." You haven't told the girl anything, so how is it she knows that? "I know more than that." She goes on to describe much about your group. The monster attack on your village, Legol's cruel treatment, what happened to Polka's parents. "What's your deal?" Legol says, unnerved. The girl answers, "The power of prophecy." She explains that due to her power, the people revere her as a religious guru. You've never heard that word before, and so you ask, "Guru?"
Guru. Teacher.
You ask if a guru is some kind of teacher, and Legol nods. "Yeah, I think you could say they're a sort of teacher." Polka adds, "A guru is the founder of an ideological group, or the leader of one. In any event, the guru is clearly important to the village. You decide to ask her about the place. You ask why the villagers were so kind at first. The guru explains in a measured voice. The village, she explains, adheres to a doctrine called the Light Faith. She goes on to explain that the foundational principle of the Light Faith is to be kind to people. Thus, the villagers treated you with great kindness. You ask why the once kind villagers became so angry. The guru explains in a measured voice. This remote village has, she explains, been the victim of many monster attacks over the years, which in turn means that many of its inhabitants despise all monsters. That hatred eventually took root in the village as a kind of religious doctrine. Thus their behavior when they saw Trollis. And so there have been two absolute doctrines in this village. Be kind to people and kill monsters. She gazes at the room where Trollis is sleeping and asks, "Your friend is a monster, yes?" You hesitate to reply, having vaguely suspected what Trollis actually is. The guru amends her words. "Forgive me. Perhaps that expression wasn't quite appropriate, since she is also human. She is half human and half monster. What are your thoughts on that?" she asks.
Is she a monster to be hated or a friend to be treasured? What does Trollis do?
It's true that monster blood may flow in Trollis's veins. Monsters, things to be hated. But as you've traveled together, seeing you falter, the guru offers another apology. The villagers were discourteous to your friend, and for that, I am sorry. Many of them lost family to monster attacks and are seized with hatred. I ask you to forgive them, she continues, her voice tinged with hurt.
Yeah, I'm super sleepy. Just get through this like little
right.
story section.
Your group wishes to go to New Terra, yes? She says, breaking the silence. Stunning that there's information on New Terra to be had, though. So you decide to go anyway, despite the danger.
There's no time there. New Terra, how you should know monsters. Alright.
Trollis is sleeping soundly. Quite relieved, you thank the woman watching over her. She seems annoyed, but when you inform her that you're headed to the ruins, she quickly turns her attitude around and bows her head. The ruins were evidently a sacred site for this village, one where marriages, funerals, prayers for bountiful harvests, and other important rites were carried out. And the tablet was used in those ceremonies.
How do you play the woman?
You accept the woman's request, explaining that you were planning from the start to retrieve the tablet. You've no sooner gotten your response out than Trollis's eyes fly open, and she bursts out, "I come too." While she is a little unsteady yet, the apothecary's medicine seems to have done its work. You try to convince her to rest a little longer, but she insists on going to the ruins with you. At length, her persistence wins out, and you begrudgingly agree to take her along and head for the ruins. The guru gives a little smile and says, "I'm sure you will be all right. I have foreseen that you will be able to obtain the tablet and return safely."
I need to go to bed. I'm like passing out. Just gonna do a little derp. That's it though, I don't wanna start anything. Alright, cool, I'll catch you later. Hopefully I'll be less tired.